Hey, what's going on, everybody? Echo Side Fiend here once again, and I gotta jump up on here today real quick because I have got to wish a happy birthday to one of ICP's most iconic albums, one of their most beloved, one of their most well received, as far as I know, their highest charting album of their entire catalog. And I'm sure everybody knows already what I'm talking about, but of course I am talking about none other than the amazing Jeckel brothers. I can't even believe it. This album is turning 20 fucking years old today. That is insane. Absolutely insane. I remember going to Best Buy on my way to work. I'm still with the same company that I've been with all that time. But back then, I worked second shift, so I would just, whenever new albums came out or a movie or whatever that I wanted to buy, I would just, pick it up on my way to work. And I stopped in and picked it up. I didn't have it reserved or anything because at this point in time, ICP was well known enough that I knew that they would have it. You know, they had an ICP section. I knew I wouldn't have any problem getting it. And I picked up the Jeckel version. And a few years down the line, maybe like 5 or 6 years down the line, a friend of mine was moving and getting rid of quite a bit of his CDs. He was backing them all up on his computer, a hard drive. He had an MP3 player at that time, and so he was backing it all up, but he just didn't want to lug a lot of stuff around. So he ended up, all of his ICP stuff, he distributed to a lot of us that he knew were fans, and he knew we'd take care of it. So then I ended up picking up from him the Jeckel version. I don't know why I was spacing on that there for a second, but regardless, so I have both copies, and yeah, this is definitely among my favorite albums. I have stated before, it's not my absolute favorite ICP album, but it's definitely probably in my top 5. Not even probably, it is in my top 5. Definitely in my top 5. This has some of my favorite tracks on it, some of my favorite ICP tracks. Play With Me is one of my favorites. I know it's a favorite among a lot of juggalos. Obviously, the Mad Professor is a classic, absolute classic among the culture. Fuck the World is I think that's just an absolutely fucking fantastic track. I don't even care that they're saying fuck a lot. That doesn't, that's not why I like it. I love the emotion in Jay's voice. He sounds so, aggravated and irritated when he's doing it, and it's just like, man, that had to be a pretty, tough song to record with that, the vocal work that he's doing, and the music in it is fantastic. It's a great track. It's absolutely one of my favorite ICP tracks. And then, of course, Echo Side, which is partly where my online namesake came from. A little bit from this, a little bit from the game. And then I said the Fiend part is also part drawn from the game, and then also from the Misfits Fiend Club. So definitely, the Echo Side namesake came from that track. And then, of course, it's also a bit of a precursor to Dark Lotus, so that was pretty cool to... once Dark Lotus came out, it was kind of like, holy shit, that was kind of like our preview for it. And then, of course, Nothing's Left, I think is one of their best album enders of all time. I love it. And there's a lot of other great tracks on here, too. I mean, I Want My Shit, obviously, comes to mind. A lot of classics on here. Terrible. I mean, pretty much, I could probably just read the whole track list and be like, hey, those are all great tracks, because the entire album is great. But yeah, I mean, as far as like some of my just favorite tracks when I'm looking at the entire catalog, this album has quite a few that I count among my absolute favorites. So this is just a classic album. Obviously, it really helped propel them into the mainstream. Brought in lots of new fans. This is along the time when they were in WCW. They played at Woodstock, all that kind of stuff. Just a great time. And a great album. And it's 20 fucking years old, man. I don't even know what else to say. One thing that I do really like about whenever these albums, they're turning this old, I love just thinking about all the the naysayers that were like, oh, ICP will be here today, gone tomorrow. They're not going to make it anywhere because they fucking wear makeup and they're fucking stupid and they suck, And 20 years ago, and then obviously they were around before this. I was already a fan of them for about 4 or 5 years when this came out, so they were around before that. And this is 20 years old, and they're still fucking going strong. So in your fucking face to everybody who thought they were going to fail and weren't going to make it anywhere. And it's fine if you don't like them, but, they're still here. 20 years old, and they're still fucking going. So I also do have the vinyl. I picked this up at Record Store Day. I picked this up at Hot Hits. I just picked up the Jeckel version. I don't know if I didn't really look around to see if they had Jack. I wasn't going to buy both, I just need one, because they were like $30, so I'm like, I'm not going to buy both, but This one is a little bit lacking, I think. You know, I think DC Fago guy made a good point. He was wondering if this and like Malenko, because they were island, maybe that's why they couldn't do the big fold out. You know, because all the other ones, you know, I've got like, you know, I don't have their entire vinyl collection, but I got a lot, and a lot of, you know, they fold out, or they have like a, you know, that when you pull the insert out, it's got a cool, like, you know, story on here. You know, it's just a white sleeve, but whatever, it's still fucking cool. So yeah, I picked this up at Hot Hits, and I'll get back in there, on Record Store Day, and so I haven't had this for quite a year yet, you know, but still nice addition to the collection. So, man, I just can't get over it. 20 years old, unbelievable. Happy fucking birthday, Amazing Jeckel Brothers. And also, the Jokerz Gallery, just a little bit later today, I believe at 5 o'clock on Fago Lovers Heaven YouTube, is going to be releasing a fantastic documentary that he put together. And it's amazing. I have seen it already, and it features myself in it, along with Beastmaster, DC Fago guy. I believe Beneath the Dirt has a part in it, I think. But yeah, there's a ton of people in it, a ton of YouTubers that you'll definitely recognize. We all got parts in it, and it's fucking awesome. So make sure you check that out. It's going to be releasing today, I believe, at 5 o'clock. And whether you watch it today or whenever, just make sure you watch it. And I will put a link to it. Once it releases, I'll put a link to it in this video. So, man, that's about all I got to say about the Amazing Jeckel Brothers. I mean, I could go on for, you know, hours about this album, but I just wanted to wish a quick happy 20th birthday to the Amazing Jeckel Brothers, the iconic ICP album. And I don't know. I don't think there's much more I can say about it that hasn't already been said. So happy fucking birthday, Amazing Jeckel Brothers. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. This is Echoside Fiend, and I will catch you in the next one. Too sweet. And guess what else is too sweet? The Amazing Jeckel Brothers.